But yeah, that would be something.
You know what else is something?
What?
That we're back on the H-Bomb podcast.
Oh shit.
Anyways, yeah, we're back.
Would you go see that if it happened?
Yes.
I don't think he heard, or did he?
Harley Quinn fart comic made into Smell-O-Vision. Absolutely.
You go see it in the movie theater with Smell-O-Vision?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just a nice little soundbite that exists now.
It is. Yeah. We could have made it worse, but I'm really avoiding making it worse. Because we don't want creepy lawsuits.
Creepy lawsuits?
Yes.
Who's suing?
The person I would say it about. They were like, don't say this about me, please.
Oh, okay. Margot Robbie?
Yeah.
Okay. Why would she sue you?
Because of what was going to be said.
Was what you're going to say be that bad? I assume it's just good you want to sniff her farts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But worse than that. But a different version of that.
Like what Steven said about a certain person?
Yes.
Bruh. By the way, Keegan discovered that yesterday.
She never heard that before?
Nope.
That's funny.
Steven told her to go check chat.
Bro, why would he do that to her?
And then Darrell said, you're going to have to go way back. And then she found
search.
it. And then she went... She looked like that meme of the soldier.
Shell shock.
Yeah.
Steven's been banned again.
I think he finds that person hot.
Right?
That she do. But anyways, outside of Margot Robbie farts, what are we talking about today?
That's it. That's the whole podcast.
That's the whole podcast?
You made it.
An hour and a half of talking about
and how much
Harley
you want
Quinn?
that as a Monster Hunter World or
you
Fuck,
can
Wilds
okay,
mod.
listen, you cannot tell me that was not the funniest mod to ever be created.
That was not the funniest mod ever to be created. That was disturbing.
It was the funniest mod to ever be created. And should we give context?
Sure, let's give context.
So, in Monster Hunter Wilds, a monster has returned named the Kongalala. It is a great ape, and his specialty, like all monsters in Monster Hunter have specialties, is farting. He farts on people. And he has a nice juicy cutscene when you meet him, where
he said juicy.
he said juicy. He targeted that word for that. So the little cat things that you're with,
Palicos?
are these palicos? Or are these like a different whatever tribe of palicos?
I assume they're still palicos.
Well, whatever these mushroom-headed cat things are.
Oh, I don't know if they're mushroom.
They decide they want to while he's sleeping, grab his fur and whatnot because it's shiny. I don't know. So that they start antagonizing him. He wakes up and he screams and farts on them.
As any normal person does.
As any normal person does.
That's my reaction.
Do that to a guest.
It's true. True. All the time. But anyways, so the modding community, as they do, have modded the super hot blacksmith lady over the Kongalala. And it has made absolute cinema.
You even did the pose.
So when I saw that, browsing Facebook like the old geezer that I am, I laughed really hard and I said, it is a missed opportunity to not make that mod Harley Quinn. So then I had to share that with everybody because
as he does.
If cursed stuff is in my brain, it has to be out in the world. So everybody agrees with me that we need to make a Harley Quinn Kongalala.
No, that's not true.
See, now I just want a mod that makes all the monsters Gemma. Except for the Kongalong.
I disagree.
Can it be like the Hulk Hogan dragon? Where it's basically still just the dragon, but it's got Hulk Hogan head and skin?
See, because
yeah,
you saying that you want Gemma as everything. If they put the invisible poison dragon in, all you're gonna have is like her crawling around with a really long neck and her head, and she's gonna vomit on you.
You have your fart fetish. I have.
I can see in his face. He's like, does he take this as disgust or does he lean into it? Which direction does he go?
Crazy.
That being said, though, Super Saiyan Jimma shooting laser beams at people would be pretty ace. So,
Dude. That would be awesome.
granted, though, yeah, no, we still accept it because she would rear back, pound on her chest, and then shoot the laser. So,
Dude, that'd be badass.
it would be pretty kind of cool. I was like, wait, no, people probably wouldn't like that. No, everybody would like that even still. I was talking about the Rajang, by the way.
Yeah.
So would
I'm
she
ready to
be
get
built
my-
like the Rajang, though?
Yes, you would have to widen her frame.
I'm ready to get my ass kicked by the Super Saiyan. Like a special boss one.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So yeah. Needless to say, Conga Lala mods go very hard. And so do I.
Well, besides Wilds, me and Wayne played a little bit of Generations Ultimate.
Yeah, I haven't downloaded and gone for that yet.
Yeah,
Probably should.
you should.
Just
Because the download's there and just
Yeah.
waiting on you.
I'm just hesitant to start yet another game. I know that we've dropped Terraria at this point.
Yep. Hit the point to where...
We beat Golem, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we were literally at the end. We literally just have to beat the cultist, and
And Moonlord.
that's his name. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to beat them. I don't really care to.
I don't really care to either.
It's not modded.
It's not modded.
I mean, the game was fine.
It was. Terraria
It's-
is still
it's still
Terraria. It's
Terraria.
great.
Yeah.
It's just after you've played Terraria through like 2 or 3 times, you kind of want to play
Have
the
new
modded
stuff.
versions.
That's why I never really super jump at the chance to play Terraria, because it's one of those, like, I've played it a bunch of times, so.
Yeah.
And it's not really that much of a new experience each time. It's basically just...
Yeah, it's the exact same experience.
Mm-hmm. Good game, though.
They're getting another final update.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are. You know what? You know what new game is coming though? I don't know. I did post it in our chat. I was sitting here like, I don't think I posted it in our chat, so we might not have talked about it yet.
What?
Space Marine 3.
Oh, yeah. I said you're a heathen.
Yeah, you
Or
probably
heretic.
did. Heretic.
That's cool.
Like, I mean, it's super cool, but like, Space Marine 2 just released.
Yeah. Yeah, it did really well.
It did do really well.
So, of course, they're going to capitalize on that,
Yes,
as you should.
I do feel like it's a little soon because
I
it
agree.
genuinely feels like they finished 2 and immediately started working on 3 to push 3 out.
So they should immediately start working on 3, but they shouldn't announce and release it so soon.
It makes me nervous for it.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's released. I didn't watch the trailer, but
Because
Did they-
Space Marine 1 came out in, like, 2012.
yeah. I'm not saying that they need to wait the same amount of time. Maybe give it a couple years, like maybe wait 2 years. Not like from release. That's what I mean. Like every other year. Don't turn it into Call of Duty. We don't need an every year sort of thing.
Or Pokemon.
Or Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, they don't need to do, like, GTA 6 either, though, where GTA 5 came out in 2013, and we still haven't gotten GTA 6 yet.
More and
3
more
console generations.
more is hinting. It is being hinted at more and more that it will release at $100.
Yeah.
And
And-
guess who's not buying?
No, I don't like
Same.
GTA because I am
I like the
uncomfortable.
story mode.
I'm uncomfortable killing cops, so I don't like GTA.
Damn. Had to bring politics into it.
Damn, I love mowing them down. Just anyone who gets in my way. Indiscriminate.
Listen, when you're a goofy little guy, I'm gonna pick on you every now and then.
While Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone plays.
Yeah. Give us Cat Girls though. We're still waiting.
When is that anime GTA game coming out?
I don't know. I completely forgot about it until you brought it up. So
I forgot about it until you said Cat Girls right after we were talking about Grand Theft Auto, so.
good segue.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. So they're making a gotcha game, I believe, that's basically anime GTA.
Oh, I remember that.
It
That
sounds
looks really
badass. I'd play the hell out of that.
Sorry, you. The way you said that sparked my brain to the Chica video. So my brain froze for a second to play that in my head.
I debated. I go, you're such a bad bitch, though.
It'd
I'd
take
fuck
way
the
too
shit out of that
much
robot.
editing, but pause the video when he like just stares off in his face and have the video play on his head.
Oh my god.
Completely segued now. Anyways, GTA 6, yeah, $100. Not buying it. I mean, A, because it's $100. Actually, that'd be B. A, because it's GTA. That was a joke, by the way. I don't care about what you do. Like, I've killed cops in other games. I just have to poke fun at the little guy. Anyways.
You don't get to be called a little guy if you're built like a fridge.
I had to think about who was built like a fridge and who was called a little guy.
But he is a little guy piloting the fridge.
Yeah, that is a funny picture.
And we have to apologize to him again and say we want cat girls. So
That's true.
we've accomplished that. Moving on from
Or I guess now I could say he's built like a Cybertruck.
True. But yeah, GTA.
Sorry.
No, sorry, I'm not interested.
Speaking of gotchas, what about Zenless, that video getting banned in Korea?
Dude.
What the hell?
Dude, Korea just doesn't want to goon with the rest of us.
I guess not. It's not even that bad.
Why you gotta ruin it?
What do you mean I gotta ruin
Why
it?
you gotta ruin it?
The video's not bad.
It was banned in Korea.
For what? Showing someone's back?
For sexual
Yes.
moaning.
Yes.
For moaning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was being pleasured and moaning.
That's not what... Okay. That's not what was happening in the video.
That was exactly what was happening in the video. She was getting a massage.
A back massage, yes.
And ear massage.
Sure. I don't think she was getting an ear massage.
They start the video with an ear massage. A lot of comments have pointed out that they are very glad that they did do that because, that's how that would happen in a real world where, whatever they're called. I'm going to call them furries. I'm going to call them furries. I can't remember what they're called.
Thyrans?
Sure, we'll call them thyrans. We'll go with their race for that game. I was going to say
Necocomni.
The word I can't say.
Anthropomorphic?
That word, yes. People, animal things existed. So people were glad they gave enough attention to detail to have
Were
her
the
ears
books called
massaged.
Animorphs? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Animorphs. Which is why it throws me off, because you have to add more syllables between the two.
Where you see the picture of like a hawk turning into a
Yeah.
kid. It's like,
It's
okay.
great. Those books were great.
They were
I need to
something.
reread those.
Don't reread.
But yeah, a lot of people were
I heard
pointing out
it's
that
actually like
they're
pretty
genuinely
right?
good, yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were
Everyone
pointing out
starts
that it
kid.
was genuinely good attention to detail that her ears got massaged as well. I'm like, okay. And there was a lot of moaning. But specifically, the thing that I like, they had every voice actress do the moaning for this character. They could have just had one for the video. They didn't. Every single voice actress. So if you listen to the English VA, that is her moaning in the thing.
Of
if you do the
course.
Japanese video, it is that one. And I'm sitting here like, good job, Zenless.
That's why
Good job.
said he
And
called
that
it
is-
the Rosetta Stone of Gooning.
It is the Rosetta Stone of gooning.
See, for some reason that didn't register to me as moaning, and it was more just that's the noises you make when someone is like
Displeasing you?
giving you a massage.
I don't think they were full on hentai moaning in a massage.
You didn't watch the video.
You didn't watch it. Yeah, she wasn't hentai moaning.
I don't want to watch it. It was banned in South Korea.
See? Because it's bad.
Was it banned in North Korea?
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
get that anyways.
No, that's the only thing they get.
Oh.
Damn. No wonder they have people escaping.
All right, segue.
segue. Anyways, Fox Lady hot though.
We can ask my cousin.
You know what he's gonna say.
I noticed you didn't add the cousin for that.
True. The thought. So we talked about this at work. Wayne was originally going to at you, me, Jose, and your cousin about this because I brought it up.
Jokingly.
So I beat him to it by adding just him.
You added.
Did I add?
Yeah.
Oh, Jose. I did add Jose and Casey. Never mind.
Nope.
But I wanted to say I should have put your cousin in there too.
You should have.
I don't know why I
Been
didn't.
funny. Girl, who the hell is Nuzzy? Isaiah's.
Too good. But yeah, so. Yeah.
The first day he posted the VR chat stuff, Jose the next morning DM'd me like, "Hey, why do we have a furry in the channel?"
Because we
are all inclusive.
Yeah, as long as the furry.
I thought about sending like, "Hey, we also have Chris."
Should have.
But no, I just said.
It's Casey.
Oh, okay.
That explains it.
Why does that explain it?
That's how your family be, though.
I'm not even a furry. What the hell?
We're not calling your family furries.
Oh, they're weird.
Yeah.
You are a Sonic
And you
fan.
can't even argue against that.
All right. How is my family weird? Minus Caden.
And Cody?
Cody's a kid. That's different. Kids are just inherently weird until they hit an age where.
So I will say I do guys I know Sean and Jacob. So
Your mother?
do I need to clarify?
I'd say.
I'm not saying weird's a bad thing.
No. I know.
The weirdest one in chat is me.
I want to know what makes them weird. It's all... Sean. Why is Sean weird?
Why is Sean weird? Why do I have to pin on Sean? You're gonna show your whole family this, and they're gonna be like,
Well, Sean subscribed.
The slander. The slander. Okay.
Why is Sean weird?
Why is Sean
Or they might agree just to say Casey's family is weird.
So,
That's
like,
true.
being put on the spot, having to dig through memories of people, I'm sitting there like, why is Sean weird? That's a good question.
Their names in real life and shit.
Bathman. Why is he weird?
Why is he? I mean, that's a good enough reason right there. His name is Bathman.
It's Batman. By the way, his name is Bathman, but he hates Batman.
That is pretty weird. He also went as it's not I can't say because it's very funny, but he did go as Big as Dickus before this, and that is funny. But that is liking Monty Python automatically makes you weird.
Does that make you weird?
Yes,
normie British people.
It is a normie version of weird, but it is weird.
It's a normie version of
It's
weird.
normie weird.
Normie weird is not weird though.
It's weird for normies. I mean, it's normie to like Monty Python, but it is like this is the weird side of normies.
The weird side of normies.
People who like Monty Python shop at Hot Topic.
Sean, don't. Sean's so basic. So.
And Jacob's easy. Jacob swings right along with us when we make these stupid weird jokes. So he's easy.
If anything, he tries to one up them, and then we all go,
"Huh?
What did he say?"
See, I think it's great.
I think it's funny.
So I don't even need to clarify him.
That's fair. I'd say the only one that easily gets the super weird pass is Caden. There's no topping that.
Bruh swings high. But yeah. Anyways, outside of your family being weird,
Yeah.
why were we even on this topic? Yeah, Nuzzy, never mind. Yeah. So back to the.
He didn't bring up Nuzzy on why his family's weird.
Get called out. So back on topic about the furry lady being added to Zenless Zone Zero. She came alongside Ambi, future Ambi, Soldier. That's her name.
Soldier
Ambi.
Zero.
Yeah. I was sitting what is her name? But yeah, she came alongside.
I heard
that.
stories really sad for it.
I'm not playing it. I don't need that in my life.
Something clones. There's a reason why there's a bunch of organs flooding the market.
Bruh.
So
That's wild.
Something about farming clones.
It's wild. Don't do that.
That might just clone the organ itself. You don't have to
No.
What if you can't clone the organ itself?
Yeah, it's best just to clone a person.
We can
and steal the
basically
organ.
do that already.
It's not as sad that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not sad that way.
Again, I haven't played it yet, and I don't know if I'm going to, just because I want to step back from that, from the gacha. Not that I've even really spent much money on gacha.
He just wants to step back from it again.
Yeah.
Don't blame him.
Good job.
So I've been playing a
Set a
gacha
good
game.
example for Keith.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's Grand Blue Fantasy's 11th anniversary.
Oh.
So I'm, of course, celebrating by playing Grand Blue Fantasy.
I was playing Grand Blue versus Rising.
That's the fighting game.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really fun. It has 2B in it, too.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The creator said that you can just give him money and he'll collab with you.
Yes.
He's such a simple man.
Ass and money.
Yeah.
Ass and money. As it should be, you know?
But that doesn't answer why did Grand Blue, who typically doesn't... in their gacha game, they collab with literally everybody. But they seemed to, for the most part, in their other games, not try to pull in other franchises. They kind of stuck with their own.
I can tell you why.
Money.
Arxis.
Yeah, Arxis, I mean, that is true.
And they like to
They
do
also,
collabs.
they also like 2Bs. 2Bs.
Yeah, they do.
So,
Isn't 2B also in Soul Calibur 6?
yes.
Probably. She's in everything.
Yes. Again, Yoko Taro really likes money.
So
I'm gonna give him someone. Or
That's going to be Wayne's VTuber model. He's going to pay Yoko Taro so he can be 2B.
So what character that's not from a fighting game has the most collab appearances in fighting games? Outside of, them being in like this and then
So
the
it can't be a
sequel.
fighting game character.
Correct. So something like how 2B is in
it has to be
Soul
2B.
Calibur.
The only close other one that I could think of would be the Turtles.
The Turtles are in a few, aren't they?
They're in a handful.
Mario. Each Super Smash Bros.
Yeah,
In case
that's
he
why
said
I said-
sequels don't count, he's clarified.
okay. Dang.
You see, that rules out all the Smash
You could
Bros.
you could put pull Sephiroth and Cloud because of Ultimate and Smash Bros. And their own fighting game series, Dissidia. But that's only 2. Whereas I think 2B is
Well,
in 3 or
okay, that
4.
automatically rules them out because of Dissidia. Because now they're fighting game characters.
Oh, they're fine. Okay.
Oh.
And it's their home series.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a dumb distinction, but...
Sure. Then they only get one collab. But anyways, that being said, I think it has to be 2B.
Why isn't 2B in Fortnite?
Is she not?
Epic hasn't paid the money yet.
We're getting there. They're putting a lot more overseas stuff in there. Now that they realize, hey, we can do this.
Dude, there's
And it's very
With
popular. Every
Dead
single
by
time.
Daylight. There's hope for Ken.
That is odd.
Yeah. And they have like an alternate universe version of him in the game.
Probably
Yeah.
because putting just a random anime teenager to run around isn't...
He's an
part of it.
adult.
Oh, he's an adult?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought this
They're
was a
college
shonen.
kids.
I thought this was a shonen. Okay, well... Yeah. But anyways... We should play Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
At this point, I'd be down. I own it.
I own it as well. No,
I'm not saying like public games again, as
Yeah.
I keep clarifying. Private games where everything's unlocked and
So I can play as Jill.
you just still have to buy the DLC to play the DLC characters. But you if you don't have to level up the people to unlock their skills and whatnot. You just automatically can have them all unlocked in private modes
So no Jill, just Bill.
and just bill.
That's fine.
I don't
I'll
know
go
if
for
it
that.
works. So if someone owns the DLC in a private lobby, everyone can play as it. I need to look that one up.
I doubt it, but
It'd be cool.
it would be cool.
But yeah,
I'd buy just the
I-
Resident Evil DLC.
I thought you'd get Castlevania.
It's a tough one because I really like Resident Evil,
But you really like
but I
Castlevania.
really like Castlevania. It depends. So, what are the survivors for Castlevania?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I
Did
feel
they
like-
get some?
Or was it just Or was it just
It
Dracula?
might just be Dracula.
Well, that's
but
the case. Then
but they might have had survivors. I don't know.
if they had survivors, I feel like any of the protagonists would be silly to make them weak.
Hide it, yeah.
Yeah, weak little weenies.
You could put Child Maria.
She's not even a weak little...
No, she's not, because she has the power of Toon Force.
Essentially. So, that doesn't even work. You'd have to be like one of the...
Villages, random villager.
Yeah. And it's like, at that point, why are you here? So, it's probably just Dracula.
Add the hunchbacks.
The imps?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
You tell me you wouldn't play as an imp survivor?
I would. Or the Flea Man, I think is what they're
the
called.
Flea Man, that's what they're called, Flea Man. Because 100%, I would play as one.
I would play as a Flea Man, yeah. Alright. Yeah, won me over.
And the mer people.
The mer people, yeah.
There you go.
That shoot the water?
Yeah. You can shoot You can shoot water at the
at
killer, and it slows him down temporarily.
It's like, ugh, that's nasty.
Imagine if that was one of the abilities you got that you could unlock, because that would have to be what it'd be, and then they put the Hawk Tuah girl in there.
I don't know. She's controversial now, so.
I mean, she did crypto scam a whole bunch of people,
and she's trying to do it again.
What?
Yep.
Shocker.
Crazy, right?
Trevor Belmont
is a survivor.
Yeah.
What?
He's weak, Casey.
Trevor's not okay. He might be one of the weaker Belmonts, but
he's a Belmont.
Making him be a little weenie, no, that's not how that. No,
that's not how they do it.
Unless he gets to fight back.
He might. They do give some of the stuff. Like, you can't, like, go up and just slap him around, but... I don't remember when it was or if it was in there from the beginning, but at some point, or they have it in there, you can, I guess, stab the killer if they're holding you, and it stuns them and makes them drop you. I think you can only do that once or twice.
Okay.
But yeah, they have means to get out of being held.
I would assume Resident Evil survivors would have that.
Yeah, I don't remember when it was added. I do know that's a thing. So like if you don't think you have enough time to wiggle free from being carried, like they're almost ready to get you on a hook, you can shank them and...
Is it Nemesis, or do they have Mr. X, or who do they have for Resident Evil for their... It's got to be a tyrant.
It was Nemesis.
Okay. So like that's the only thing I could think of that they'd use as a tyrant.
I was trying to think if it was either Nemesis or Wesker.
Wesker would be insane. That...
They should have done Demetrescu.
Honestly,
she's essentially a tyrant, so it could work.
Honestly, true.
But yeah, no, I was like, it's either Nemesis or Mr. X. Those are your...
I don't know how it plays, but their latest OG killer, I'm a little iffy on. She's the Houndmaster, and I'm like, bitch, if you were sending dogs after me to knock me down, I will be upset. I will actually be upset.
That sounds rough.
But I don't know how she plays. I just know her name is the Houndmaster. I'm like, I will actually be angry. So I know that she's just a normal person, and like they got her picture, and then like a Mastiff, I want to say, is the dog that's pictured with her. I'm like, we ain't about to play this.
Maybe it just like.
But again, I haven't looked at how she plays. If it just tracks, I'm more okay with that. But if she can send the dog to pincer attack you so you can't, loop, I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, we're not playing that. I already thought it was bad enough that they put the fisherman or whoever in that could harpoon you.
Yeah.
So I thought that was bad enough.
Huh.
There's 38 killers?
Yes. There's a lot. And I don't want to say half, but probably a third of them are collab killers. The game's not awful. It's pretty alright.
Jesus Christ, they go all out with lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do. I think they've finally buffed him, but one of the funniest killers when I remembered watching people play it was Freddy Krueger, because A, he was awful, but B, he would disguise himself, I believe, so he would look just like a miniature person running around, so he doesn't look like Freddy because it's supposed to be his dream self.
Yeah.
And then he does something to bring you into the dream so he can, claw you. But, I think he stands near you as this, but, like, he does not look like a survivor. He just looks like a short person running around, and you're like, this is the goofiest shit ever.
Oh, yeah, what? Yeah, at least make it look like a survivor.
You would think they did that later with, I believe, maybe they didn't. I don't remember what Legion plays as, but there's an OG killer named Legion. I think he tries to mimic the looks of a survivor, but he might not. I think he just runs really fast.
Oh, okay.
But I can't remember. Again, it's been years since I watched Dead by Daylight stuff. But I remember Legion being controversial for something. And Freddy Krueger was laughed at because he was bad.
I remember back when the game was coming out, they announced that Friday the 13th game.
Yes.
And then that was one of the games I actually was super excited for. And then, like, right after the announcement of the Friday the 13th game, Dead by Daylight just released, like, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay. This is essentially that exact game, but minus Friday the 13th, of course.
Yeah.
And
I don't even. Does Friday the 13th have Jason in it?
Yeah.
I don't. Did they? That honestly kills the Friday the 13th game then.
Why?
Because you can play as Jason in Dead by Daylight at that point.
You okay? I don't know.
Oh, did I say Jason Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
I meant Jason Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in. I don't think he's in Dead by Daylight.
I was gonna say it'd be weird for them to put it not because of conflicting games. They put Mike Myers in there. I know he's not Jason, but he is.
He's close.
He's slightly buff guy walking at you menacingly.
Yeah, he serves a similar function. If they were to do any Jasons, I think they should do Jason X. Because that would be fun.
Space Jason. Yeah.
Space Jason is funny.
But yeah. And we're all talking about a game we just don't play.
Yeah.
We just be yapping.
We do be yapping.
I did play Friday the 13th game when it came out.
You did try to convince me to play it as well. I don't think Wayne was friends with us yet.
Correct.
Yeah. I didn't live in Salina.
No. My biggest issue with the Friday the 13th game was 8 players, 8 survivors. That's a lot of people to gather.
You don't need that many.
Oh, you can play it without that many?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought you had to have that. So I'm like, that was a lot of people to gather, which means we just have to go into public lobbies, and I'm not much of a public lobby person.
Me, Caden, and Cody were playing it, and while 3 people is not very much for that, it was very fun. Like, me and Cody being the survivor, and then Caden as the killer. Which, by the way, Caden as the killer is crazy.
That sounds about right.
Never been more terrified in a game before.
Right. But yeah. But no, I just figured... I thought you had to play with 8. I didn't know you could only play with, 3.
Yeah, it's nice you can have anywhere between 2 to 8 people, so...
Good.
Lobby can get big, but it doesn't have to.
Don't get big.
The only problem I've had with that game is it's specifically based off of one franchise.
Yes.
So, yes, the Jasons are different, actually. Like, they're very different. My problem isn't the Jasons. My problem is the...
Survivors?
Lack of locations.
Oh, that makes sense.
Once you know the map, you know the map.
Yeah.
So then it becomes less of a fun game of survival and more of a who knows the map better.
Yeah. I mean, and that's how it turns into Dead by Daylight, but they also have,
they have a lot
of maps.
Yeah. So that...
Unless you're playing the nurse, or the killer is the nurse, then they don't really need to know the map. They just need to teleport to you and kill you. But you have to be really good to do that, so...
I'm not.
I'm not either.
When are they putting Five Nights at Freddy's in?
True.
Dead by
Put
Daylight.
Chica in there.
Yeah, I'd play as Chica.
I'd let her catch me every time.
She's a bad bitch, though.
Second mention.
How many times can we mention that in here?
Hey, that video is the reason why I love Five Nights at Freddy's.
It is funny.
It's so
It
good.
is funny.
So that's Dead by Daylight. All right, we've talked about that.
For no reason whatsoever.
For no
Tokyo
reason.
Ghoul.
Oh yeah, Wayne brought it up because of Tokyo Ghoul. We had to slip in Tokyo Ghoul mention here and there.
Because there's hope for...
Other collabs.
Yeah.
Wayne finally gets his dream collabs to happen.
Except probably not.
Probably not. Let's be honest.
Damn.
It's already been published and ran through. If it was a handful of years ago, maybe. You never know, though. Well, I guess I already had an anime. I was about to say, you never know, because Demon Slayer was already finished by the time it got picked up as an anime. And that brought its popularity to the skies.
See, I think that's how they should do animes.
Let the manga finish?
Yes.
You don't want the One Piece fiasco that we have going on where it's been on break since, like, November or December?
Correct.
Yeah.
Let them... Well, okay. That would also be a double-edged sword there, though, because while it would make stories like One Piece a lot...
smoother to run in the anime?
It would also mean One Piece would not be nearly as big as it is.
Yeah.
Especially here in the West, where
also,
a lot of people just...
Fun little tidbit on One Piece. It has been on break so long to let the... I mean, it was an announced break, of course, but it's been on break so long to let the manga get farther ahead so it wasn't as filler bloated, that the English subs has caught up... Or the English dub has caught up to the English
Sean's
subs.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, the English dub is now caught up to... Fully caught up as well. Everything in One Piece is caught up.
Beautiful.
That being said, I think it comes back this month or next. I think it's April. Early April.
Well, if they simuldub, they can actually stay caught up then.
True, and they have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that hard, which would be great for the fans. And it is fairly far ahead of it in the manga-wise right now. Like, we are a decent amount into the next arc.
Oh, wow. So that means there doesn't have to be any freaking standing around and replaying the same scene
Correct.
over and over.
Correct.
That the anime is very, very known for.
They could actually adapt this at an okay-ish pace.
No need for a 5-minute recap for a 7-minute new section and then a 5-minute what's coming up next.
Yeah. I will say, they probably don't want to go standard anime pace because I think that's I want to say 3 chapters per episode. Mm-hmm. They would re-catch up pretty fast. Probably within a year.
That wouldn't be bad. Then they could take another break.
Honestly,
shows have breaks all the time.
Controversial take. We should do away with the continuously releasing series and just go to seasons like normal. That's every anime that's moved that way has done really well. We should do that instead.
That's just how it should be. That's okay. Is that a Western thing?
Well, also, everything that's not old school anime has also adapted that in Japan too. Like, look at every anime that's releasing. The only ones that do it are like Dragon Ball Z, which is on hiatus. Or I guess it'd be Dragon Ball Super. One Piece. I think those are like the only 2 that are still ongoing.
Conan?
Is Detective Conan still ongoing? Yeah. But that one too. So it's only the old ones that are not doing seasonal, that are more doing continuous. I think Pokemon does it too, but it might have moved to seasonal. I don't know.
It's seasonal now.
Okay, but we need to move to that because it gives the studios actual breathing room to work.
Well, yeah, it gives you a clear start, a clear end date, and then a
soap
break.
Operas do it here in America, so I guess we have our continuous stuff.
Oh boy, soap operas.
Soap operas. But yeah, I will say the break for One Piece, while it might have sucked for the anime only watchers, was a good thing for them at the end of the day.
No, that sounds like a great thing, and also the anime only watchers should be really excited for the One Piece show.
Dude, Studio Wit doing the One Piece is going to be so good.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
The second half of this arc that they're in the anime goes hard. And they get probably one of the best backstories in any anime ever. And I won't tell them where they go after this. They'll have to wait and see. Though it's obvious. Let's be honest. But yeah, that's One Piece.
One Piece.
And Tokyo Ghoul.
And Dragon Ball Daima.
And Dragon Ball Daima. Man, that show. Did you see what they did to Vegeta?
Oh, bobblehead Vegeta?
No.
Where they gave the kid Vegeta a fucking...
I mean, they did do that.
Receding hairline still?
They did do that. But so you guys probably didn't see it then.
No, I don't.
I think I saw something.
I don't
like
keep
a
up with
random
Dragon Ball.
meme, and then I scrolled past it because I didn't care about Dragon Ball.
So I guess they're back to adults. I believe they're back to adults in Daima now, finally. Or something's going on. But this had to involve them being adults.
So no more Rugrats, no Tiny Toons.
Correct. Vegeta was fighting the main enemy or whatever. Or he was fighting enemy. I can't say it's main because I don't watch this. So he was fighting, and Bulma gets mad and tells him that he needs to stop for whatever reason. I don't know the reason. But she says, if you don't stop and come back here or whatever, you're never showering with me again. Immediately stops and flies down and says, it's someone else's turn.
Base.
And everyone's like, you know what? I would stop too.
That's about as bad as the fucking if you win this, I'll sit on your face thing.
It basically was that.
And he just...
But this is actually canon. That actually happened. Vegeta stopped fighting, flew down and said it's someone else's turn.
I don't care what anyone else
you know
says.
What?
That has become One Punch Man canon to me.
Agreed.
But okay, yeah, that's
it was pretty funny.
Thank you.
Of course, there are
Bulma.
some Vegeta fans that are upset because that's not the Saiyan warrior way. And I'm like,
Bro,
Bitch, please, it's Bulma. Everyone do that.
Okay, those people are also stupid because the main character who's had growth through the entire series.
The only character who has growth through the entire series.
Piccolo's had growth, but
just because he can grow his limbs back doesn't mean growth.
he's grown into a weenie, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. He's reverse growth.
Yes. Well, he's calmed down. He's now a softie, which is lame. But
moving on to actual character growth.
Vegeta has also softened up, but he softened up into more of a person instead of just
I'm the Saiyan Prince.
instead of a dickhead. He's still a pompous asshole, but he's a pompous asshole that has some redeeming qualities now. And in my opinion, I'd say he's probably the best character out of like the main cast, like in terms of like who
Character
I would
growth?
say should actually be like the main character. Because I think Goku's lame.
No, yeah, I agree.
Gohan was really cool, and then they sidelined him.
Yes.
Now he's mega lame.
And they unsidelined him very briefly to make his hair turn white.
Yeah.
And make him stronger than Ultra Instinct. At which point they immediately made Ultra Instinct stronger than him again.
That show is a mess.
Power scaling.
But yeah, no. As someone who used to go, ugh, Vegeta. No, Vegeta's probably
like,
the best.
Vegeta. Yeah, but yeah, he did that, and it was very good. I honestly laughed. It was like, yeah, you get him, Vegeta.
He's a real one. For that.
Imagine you're some like galactic threat, and your opponent's fighting you. I want to say on even footing, and then his hot wife screams at him that if he doesn't stop fighting, she's not taking a shower with him, and he just bells on your fight. He's like, "You aren't worth my time."
That's fair. You
I
know
would
what?
be hurt.
Dude should pack up and go home.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm not worth it. I'll go attack someone else. That would hurt my feels.
Yeah, it should. And you know what? It was probably meant to sting a little.
Probably stung a lot.
Yeah.
Just thinking about being in that that situation does hurt me too. So I'm not even worth it.
Not even worth it. That's okay. Goku gets to fight again.
It depends on what we're doing here, though, because he might get to fight, but if he's not the one that's supposed to end the fight, then he's going to give the monster a sensu bean and let him fight his child.
True. Thanks, Goku.
Thanks, Goku.
He makes so much sense.
Good writing.
I assume it wasn't picked up on mic.
What, that you were cracking a water bottle?
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
I don't know if it was picked on mic. I just wanted to make you feel awkward for it. Kind of like that monster who got left in the dust by Vegeta going to bang his wife in the shower. Anyways, Magic the Gathering. Let's hit it. Let's do it. We have to talk about the 6-hour game.
Oh. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the 6-hour game that just happened.
You have to apologize to the world for group hug.
I apologize to Jose, but I should apologize to the world now. Anybody who hates group hug, I understand why now. So to put into context for everybody, we got another friend to play Magic with us. He used to play Magic. We just hadn't got a chance to play Magic with him. So we played Magic. He played a Sliver deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yep.
Casey tested out his Angel deck, which is great.
Yep.
Wayne tested out a Spider deck, which is great. And what did I decide to do? I mean, obviously, as what we just did and talked about, I decided to play a Group Hug deck. But not like it's Group Hug, but it's got other things that goes on and whatnot. No. I decided I'm going to play the Group Huggiest deck there is. My deck doesn't do anything else other than help other players.
Yikes.
Let me tell you, that was wild. I don't remember if it was turn 3 or 4. I made it so everybody could pull 5 more lands and place them on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. That was like, turn 3.
Yeah, so we immediately ramped the game into end game.
It was great.
It was great. And then everybody got to end game so fast that it stalemated for the next 4 hours.
Yep. And then
we got really tired.
And then I tried to quit a couple times. I said I concede.
And then we gaslit you into not conceding.
And then the first time Chris went, oh no, this next turn will turn things around. And I'm like, all right, I'll stick it out, I guess. This is gonna end it quickly then if he's not sure. And then he does his play, and then
he misplayed.
And then the Slivers guy counterspells him.
Yeah.
So many fucking counterspells.
And then
yeah, he counterspelled the play.
And then it was like, okay. And then Chris got to at least do part of it, and he got the bring back my Platinum Angel. And then Slivers immediately retook out the Platinum Angel. So that was a thing that happened. And then another time when I was about ready to concede, I said, hey, I concede. And then Wayne said,
sorry.
Wait, no.
I thought you would be able to fucking tease out a counter spell.
And then Wayne, trying to play his longbow card that was letting him stack his poison counters.
Did I do it 3 fucking times?
It was 5.
Like resummoning it?
Yes. You tried to resummon that thing.
That one turn it was 3.
Was it 3? Okay.
Yeah, that one turn was 3. He I think it got stomped on 5 total times or 4 total times, but that one turn was 3 times.
And then after like the 4th time, I hear Wayne go, "Oh."
The most defeated thing. But lo and behold, between him trying to get out a flying sliver and counterspelling Wayne, unbeknownst amount of times, he tapped almost all of his slivers so he couldn't block Wayne, so Wayne didn't even need the bow, he just got a swing at his face. The most unluckiest chain of events I've ever seen.
It was beautiful.
So, Sliver Guy gets knocked out first. And then Casey swings on me with the Angel of Destiny and a bunch of other stuff. And since he swung on me and he had the Angel of Destiny, I automatically lost.
Yep.
And then Wayne's turn went. I don't remember what Wayne did during his turn.
I think I summoned tokens.
But Casey's turn came back and he's like, it's almost 6 a.m. I don't care how this game ends anymore. I'm swinging everything. We're ending now. And Casey ended up winning. He had enough to plow through Wayne's spiders.
Yep. And thank goodness, because that game was
6 hours.
Yeah, it was a 6-hour game. We were setting up the game since like 11 o'clock. So if you want to count setup time, 7 hours.
It was whole. So, and because I literally have to take most of the blame because I played Group Hug. Group Hug was like, anytime someone started to get a lead, I would swing it in a different direction. I would just nudge another person back into the lead. And it just kept happening.
The absolute worst thing.
All your choice, though.
Oh, my choice, yes. Yes.
Was terrible. Game was a lot of fun, though.
Yes. It was a very fun game to play. It just lasted a really long time. But at the end of the day, we finished that game. Casey won. I immediately got rid of that deck off of Untap. I was like, nope, we're not playing it anymore. That deck is banned.
Yep. Banned.
The most group hug you'll get out of me ever again is going to be Monkey Deck. Enjoy your banana tokens. I hope you like potassium.
You should full tilt into Goblin Deck.
I should full tilt back into Goblin, redeem
Yes.
myself. Go from a 6-hour game to a 30-minute game.
Yes. So
That's fucking ridiculous.
Jake and his friends made a good point about these. While I disagree with the infinites, still I think the infinites are kind of lame. Their whole point is, well, if you play these games and you end them fast, you could just do another game.
Yeah.
So you could just do like
That is
3
a
or 4
point.
short games instead of one long one.
Yeah, and that's how tournaments are, because they're playing decks that play so fast that they can, like, they don't get to the points where we were in that game, but by the time they finish, they're roughly at the same points that we are when we finish our games anyways. But they did it faster because they have deck dig, and they've got infinites, and all that. So, like, yes, infinites can slaughter us if we don't know what's happening, because we don't know how, we don't know the signs yet, because we're still not great. Our decks could still, like, if we knew what Chris's deck was doing when he played it, his vampire deck, we could have stopped that. We had the means to stop
I
it.
didn't know it was a possibility.
Wayne is too new. He didn't even know infinites were possible. I know they're possible, but I wasn't paying attention. Because I have a vampire deck too. I didn't put the infinite in there intentionally, and I didn't even, it didn't even cross my mind that it was about to happen. I did suspect something was up, though, when he double tutored. Because, like, tutors let you dig in your deck, and that's how you set up your big combos, your plays. So I knew something was happening, but I was too smooth-brained to realize it's going to be an infinite in the game. And that match only lasted, I would think, an hour and a half or 2 hours. And the only reason it lasted that long was because he was worried about his infinite being counterspelled and stopped, so he didn't play it. It would have ended so much sooner. But you kept sitting on mana because he thought you had stuff. You just didn't have the mana to play the big stuff in your hand. So he was scared because you were playing blue with mana on the field.
Yep. It was funny.
Yes.
He got bluffed.
He got bluffed. Accidentally.
The power of blue.
Yep. So yeah. No, I understand, and I can see it to a point. I don't personally like those faster games. I don't mind our games lasting like 2 to 3 hours. I genuinely don't. Because it's fun to throw a big monster and swing.
I see why the other guy has a lot of counters, though.
Yes.
Because if he's playing with the guy who has infinites.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of need a lot of counters.
Yes. No, well, not to mention only that, but slivers, I don't think have a lot of graveyard dig typically.
So if one dies.
So if one dies, it's a big problem.
Yeah.
So he needs means to stop his stuff from dying.
That's fair.
See, I would think that's just what Indestructible does.
Yeah, it does that to an extent. And he's lucky he's running his Indestructible as his commander because he can keep getting it back. But once, like, if you say you one of your decks is playing white, or I guess you can exile from black too. Say you play an exile card and it goes through and hits his commander. You've exiled his things. You can now swing on his slivers and start taking him down, which gets rid of a lot of the pieces he needs to begin with. So now you've taken out a chunk of his pieces. He can get back out as Indestructible, but now he's lost his, Death Touch one. He's lost his Vigilance one. He's lost his Flying one. So he's just lost set pieces.
Death Touch and Indestructible are pretty nasty together.
Yes.
Death Touch in the fucking
First strike or double strike, yes.
Yeah.
We're ass.
Yeah. So, like, and I will say, your deck had a lot of problems with it because running pure spiders, yeah, you have Death Touch, yeah, you have Reach, and your spiders do have warding, so it protects you from spells a good chunk, but your spiders were missing First Strike. You were missing a lot of stuff. If he was against my vampire deck, I have a lot of ways to get out vampire tokens, and I have vampires in my decks that kind of do what Slivers do. They give all my vampires First Strikes, maybe not Death Touches, but I don't need Death Touches when I'm swinging at you with, like, 10, 15 tokens. I'll sacrifice those tokens to Death Touch. Sure, that's fine. I still First Striked you and your monster died. So, my deck has means to counter. My monkey's less so. I will admit that. My monkey deck would probably fall prey to the Slivers. I'd have to look at it, though, and see. Maybe not. My monkeys have a lot of trample. So while they have indestructible, I would still just be like, my 99 countered monkey tramples you.
Mm-hmm. Then, yeah. Unless you're me and has, like, 200 health.
Yeah.
Then it don't matter, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you have someone who played a group hug and gave the guy fucking
Infinite mana source.
Yeah. Sheesh.
and health. He was up to 90 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That benefited me, though. I gave him wedding ring, so he said, listen, you won't take any damage from this because of the wedding ring, so you'll gain health since I gained health. And also, you get to draw cards per attack I do. And I was like, this sounds pretty tempting. And that was a mistake, because little did I know, 25 cards is a lot of cards to play when you don't have an infinite mana source.
Yes.
And it's also crazy when you can just play your creatures as instants.
Yeah, Slivers do that. That's what they do.
Yeah, they're weak individually, but they're like the Zerg.
I did not feel they were weak individually just because of the indestructible.
Well, that's...
But, yeah.
Yeah.
The power-wise, they're weak. No, when you start adding all of their stuff together, yeah.
It becomes a nuisance. It actually just becomes a 2-card play to get rid of them. Get rid of the indestructible, and then board wipe.
Yeah.
And again, Slivers fall prey to that very easily because if you can swing through and get that, so you don't get counterspelled, well, again, they aren't exactly graveyard digging.
Would he have been able to play his commander as an instant in that scenario?
I'd have to look that up because I don't know, but I think so.
So then he could just tap his monster.
Slivers for instance.
To summon his commander back.
We'd have to look that up. I'm curious on that, if you can play your commander as an instant.
If he puts it back in his...
What happens if you exile a commander?
It either goes to the exile pile or it goes to the commander zone.
Interesting.
But yeah, we'll have to look that up and see. Because I know there's a game changer commander that is she's only a game changer because she can be played as an instant with no commander tax. So you pay her ninjutsu fee.
Oh, her.
And I think her ninjutsu fee is even less than her summoning fee in general. But she gets to replace an attacking monster and be put on the board. And then she stays out, which is really cool. But if she gets sent back to the command zone, you can just do that again. So you attack and then instantly swap her for no commander tax. So that's the only one I'm aware of. But I don't know if you're able to play creatures as instants, does that apply to your commander? I want to say it has to. But your commander isn't in your hand.
True. If the card specifically states you can play Slivers from your hand as instants, then
yeah,
but if it just says you can play Slivers as instants, then that would work with the command zone because it's not specified.
Yeah.
unless there's some ruling that's happened because of this exact conversation.
Yeah, I will say it was funny. I don't remember why I was looking at slivers. I think it was to help you find, because you asked me what sliver he was playing, and I was looking at that. A lot of people were dunking on it because apparently slivers is just noob stompers.
Yeah, I mean,
because they're like, you're never gonna see a sliver deck in competitive play because there's so many ways to stop it. And I'm like, what are the ways? Because I don't know. I just know a bunch of board wipe and prevent their.
I mean, yeah, at that point, it's literally just because you're playing in competitive play. That means all of the nasty cards are.
They are. True. You are. And what stops slivers? Land denial.
Yeah. That card that I sent that you can
World
equip,
Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, just mass. That's not even. That's more than land denial. That's everything denial.
Yeah. But yeah, land denial hurts slivers because typically slivers are trying to play 5-color.
Mm-hmm.
When you're getting denied land, it is very hard to get 5 colors out.
Yeah. And then all you got to do at that point is exile or get rid of the indestructible, and then
Waltz them.
World Slayer.
Yep.
And then since World Slayer only destroys cards, indestructible cards stay, and if you're putting it on
Angels with
Avacyn, yeah, then that means your whole entire side minus your lands. But
you don't
at
need your
that point,
lands.
you don't
at
need
that
lands.
point. You now
So-
own the battlefield.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's pretty nasty.
it is.
And that's just one of the many ways where you could deal with that.
But I will say,
At lower end play, like what we're doing,
we don't have land denial.
we don't have land denial, so once the ball gets rolling, it's a lot more difficult to get rid of.
Yes. Especially when you can tap for color, your slivers for mana.
That's just how these kind of comp things work. Like
Yeah.
if you, like even if you ever like look at the Pokemon, like Pokemon Battle competitive scene,
Same thing.
same thing. Once you like they got tiers for their Pokemon. Low end games are dominated by certain types of things that would obviously
never work.
Yep, they would never work on high end play.
I can't wait for one card to dominate the low end Magic scene.
What's that?
Cactar.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be funny. I want that. I want that card. So
I took
bad.
one look at him and thought he was bad. Then everyone was like, you could see the bad players like, he's so strong, 10,000 attack. I'm like, he has nothing to work for him though. You have to combo to do anything.
That would work with the card if you can swap it out with another card that's already attacking.
Yes.
There's a lot of different plays you can do with
There's
that.
plays you can do with him. There are combos, but that's the thing. He needs combos. Because let's say he's by himself, you literally chump block with a 1/1 squirrel.
What happens if I?
Put trample on him?
Well, I mean, that's one thing.
That is one thing you can do. But that's what people are arguing. They're like, if you're going to say he's strong because he can combo, you have to say he's weak because there's things you can combo against him.
Yeah. I want to make him an angel and then
Exactly.
get a bunch of health off of it. That would be so funny.
But, like, that's the thing, because you're always going to have the arguments flipping back and forth. You're going to be having people say he's strong because he has combo work, and you're going to have people say he's weak because what he can do, other things can do infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 10,000 is less
Mirror
than
Mimic
infinite.
makes all your creatures every type of creature.
Yeah, so your Mirror Mimic would make him an angel.
That's true.
But yeah, that's what people are bringing up with him. Is he cool? That is a funny effect. But 10,000 attack is still less than infinity attack.
Give him death touch.
10,000 attack death touch?
Yeah.
It's the same thing as a death touch with 1.
But he kills anything.
10,000
I know, he kills
10,000
anything.
health
Yeah.
is still less than infinity health.
What has infinity health?
There are infinite health loops.
But what? But if I attack enough times, I got to do more than an infinite, right?
Right?
What if I attack faster? If I swim,
Exactly.
swim
Infinity
up and ride
times
the bubble?
2. Like, and that's the reason he's getting ragged on. Yeah, his number high. 10,000 is a high number baseline. But anything, like, if you're going to bring combos with him into play, you genuinely have to bring in other combos, and other combos, again, infinite.
And then, yeah, again, though, this is why he's gonna be really cool and
He's going to be cool and low end. He's going to be funny to watch. Like, exactly like Jose said. He laughed because you won with Angel of Destiny. Nobody wins with Angel of Destiny because the second she comes out, everyone's like, we're just going to stop you from doing anything with that. Like Josh did.
Yeah.
Like, he hit you with the pacifism. Stop that. You ain't playing Angel of Destiny. I play a card to make it so you can play Angel of Destiny.
Yeah. I forgot about that pacify part.
He hit you with the pacify. I'm like,
yeah.
I destroyed that target enchantment. You're unpacified. Let's play again.
Well, you know what? I put Demystify in my deck, so now.
And I will say, I want to say, I played fair across the board.
Yes.
I gave Josh wedding ring.
Yep.
I gave everybody everything.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to pick on anybody. So while it did look like Josh was getting picked on at the very end, I did make sure I gave all three people benefits in every way.
He was untouchable for most of that.
And that's why I gave him a wedding ring, because he was very hard to get through, and I wanted to make sure I wanted to benefit.
I was going to say, but Bro was saying he didn't want to kick anyone while they're down, but at the end there, though, he was definitely...
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Grouping with a guy who was doing really good.
And you know what's funny? While I was helping Josh with all that stuff, I was giving Wayne hints behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I will defend it if Josh does watch. Wayne is still very new, so I wanted to,
Yeah, if Wayne has a question about, like, does this play or this play, like, should I do this or that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's new. You give him a
So I was helping Wayne behind the scenes with that triple bow play.
We just forgot that you could play your fucking creatures as instants.
Yes. I genuinely forgot that he did the first time, like, oh, that's right, he can do that.
You can play a creature as
But that
an
being
instant
said,
and destroy target artifact.
I am glad I convinced Wayne to keep going, because Wayne keeping going is what got Josh beat. Because Wayne keeping going caused him to continuously have to tap his monsters for mana, which let Wayne swing and win that fight. Casey still won. But yeah, no, I wanted to help everybody, maniacally, evilly, and then I burned the deck because. Let's be honest. That was insane.
That was nasty.
I'm glad that we did that though, because again, we got to see everyone's deck besides mine at almost full force.
Granted, mine was still very much a prototype. It still is.
Yours is a prototype and is being worked on. But what you currently have, you didn't have your full extent, but you had a chunk. You got to see at almost full optimization. This is how I currently run, and Wayne got to see this is how my spiders run. We did screw up a lot, by the way. You needed so many more. You would have beat Casey. Yeah. You needed so many more tokens on the field.
Yeah, I kept forgetting about.
I will say, do you know the reason why I hit your spider with that removal at the very end there? I hit your spider to show everybody else it's an enchantment. You guys, Josh specifically, could have removed your spider literally at any point in the match.
I didn't have any enchantment removal, so...
No. So I was sitting there like, I need to remind you guys, this spider is an enchantment creature. You could have removed it. Because I don't know how many people noticed that. That's why I smiled at you behind the scenes, because he never once swung at your spider or removed it with his removals.
I didn't even notice that when you were like enchantment, and I read the card and it was...
Yeah, I posted the spider like, I forgot I could put tokens. I'm like, that's not why I'm smiling. He forgot it was an enchantment or didn't notice it was an enchantment. You forgot your tokens. I don't think Casey cared about what was on your board besides the fact that your death touch was being a nuisance.
Yeah.
And poison. But
and poison.
After slivers, poison was needed.
I would say poison was needed. See, though, again, if he didn't die to the poison, he died to the poison because he fished for flying.
Yes.
If he didn't get flying, he would have died to me.
Yes.
So it was a lose-lose for him no matter what, essentially.
Yeah, his luck cost him the game, or his unluck, to say the least.
He was still getting on average 2 more mana or disposable mana than us each.
It's
turn.
whatever. We should have caught it earlier. It's fine. That was a mistake in the reading of UI.
Yeah. Not that big a deal. But it did make the game last longer.
Oh my god. Bucknards is the greatest card to ever exist. It's going in every deck I ever build.
Oh, God.
For the low price of 1 mana, everybody can have
At least
1 to 4 mana. As long as they're willing to play that game. You know every game is going to have somebody that doesn't want to participate, and they'll halt it.
I didn't need the mana right then. I didn't have anything to spend it on.
I can tell you one of our friends that will halt it almost every chance given. Jose.
So, what happens if all 4 of us have a Bucknards in our deck?
Eventually, someone's gonna hoard all 4.
Eventually, someone's going to hoard all 4.
How does that work? You can only have one of each type.
You can only have one in each in your deck. So same names can be played by different people. Yes.
I see. So
the only rule that works for is legendary. You cannot have the same named legendary on your side of the field.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so I can't offspring legendaries.
Yeah, so that's Wayne needs a token or a card that reads legendaries can be played as duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know there are cards that either do that or strip the legendary name from tokens.
That's fair.
But yeah, Bucknards I don't think is a legendary. So it could be, and the way it would work is you would play it, you would tap it, you would send it to the next person, they would play theirs. Eventually, all 4 are going to be congregated into literally one person.
Imagine how much mana that is.
That's so much mana. That is so good. I love that thought.
Maximum 16.
That's
Yes.
a lot of extra.
So maximum 15. No, you would have to do math. 3, 12. It's 12. Maximum 12 per turn. Minus the one that costs to tap it.
It costs 4 to tap all 4.
Okay.
So yeah, you do a maximum of a plus 12 per turn.
That's a lot of Marines on the field.
That is a lot of Marines on the field.
Sorry, I was thinking
Treasure.
of the treasure tokens you
Yeah,
could
you
get.
would get 16. But
Max.
assuming, you would get 16 max. But you would assume, I assume you would pay 4 treasure tokens to do it.
Yeah,
You can tap mana if you want to.
I would tap mana if I don't have anything else to do with it, because mana doesn't build up unless group hug
Yeah,
is there.
yeah. You know what I'm realizing?
Hmm?
In my squirrel deck, I need to put some untaps in there.
Yes.
Because how funny was that? That put the fear of God in Wayne on that day. To a point where he didn't pay attention to the threat. He was like, you can untap for free. I will say, though, being able to untap your permanents is very scary. Because then people are like, I don't know what he's about to do.
You know, I was on Reddit last night looking at the Avacyn card, seeing what other plays I can do with it. And on the Magic Reddit, people were talking about apparently it's a very strict ruling that when you tap a card, it has to be 90 degrees.
90 degrees. I spit in their general direction. I don't care how you tap it as long as it's noticeably tapped.
And then, well, that's the thing, is there's a lot of people going, well, the picture on the card says tap, it has a picture of a 45 degree.
Yeah.
So a lot of people tap
Yeah,
for 45.
I'm aware that there are tap snobs in Magic that you have to tap a certain way. Here's how I view it. If I can tell your card's tapped, I genuinely don't care.
Well, I think that's why some people are that way, though, because there's also people that when they tap it like this, but then their cards that are, supposed to be straight are also probably like this.
Yeah.
Or that. So what's the difference between the card that's not tapped and the card that's tapped?
It's tapped, yeah. I mean, as someone with OCD who likes my stuff to be as, lined up as possible, all my cards that aren't untapped are literally vertical to me.
Same, I try to keep them as straight as possible.
So,
but when I tap them, I go like that.
You turn them all the way upside down?
Yeah, I turn them all the way upside down.
It depends on... mostly it depends on my lands, because that's mostly what you're tapping. If I have too many lands, I'm going to a 45-degree angle, because...
Saves room.
Saves room, and it saves time. Flat out. It saves a lot.
There was some people in that thread saying that they were playing against people who would tap at 45 degrees, and then go back and then tap it again for...
That's dirty.
That is
that's
dirty.
that's just cheating.
It is cheating.
At that point, I'm going to call you a cheater.
But a lot of people aren't paying too close attention to the other person.
Yeah.
Not when they're tapping for lands and stuff, so they get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's nasty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna base my rulings on how you the way you tap your cards based on cheaters.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna find a way to cheat anyways.
The way I see it is, I'm going to assume everyone I'm playing with isn't a cheater until I spot actual cheating.
Yes.
And then they lose their tapping at 45-degree privileges. That's only after they have been outed as a cheater.
Yes.
I just thought it was funny, though.
That is very funny. Yeah, it's funny that they have tap arguments. I don't care.
The
Tap how you want.
91-degree
91
infraction.
degree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do
Get
it.
banned from a tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn my cards upside down when I tap them.
That's what I would do, yeah. The 180.
Face down, sorry. Face down.
I tap mine sideways.
Tap mine sideways. I build a card tower.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My mountain is actually built into a mountain.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Too cool. Too good. I guess we have one more topic. Wayne's gonna hate it, but we can get very quickly since it's only been an hour and 15 minutes. Fest. We watched Hollow Fest this weekend.
Sixth Fest.
It was great.
It
Wonderful.
was great.
The box was really cool.
The box was really cool. I'm very sad they didn't close with Miko Stellar.
Dude.
It would have been great.
It would have been great.
But they did close with her.
One of these years.
They opened with Suisse, they closed with her.
They did.
It was still really cool, though. Just wasn't
It
Stellar
was really cool.
both times. It would have
Should
been
have
amazing. It should have been.
Should have been. We'll get Miko Stellar yet.
I hope so.
But yeah, it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
As always, people complain about something every year. This year was some of the iffy camera work.
There was some really funny ones though.
Dude,
like,
I think I called it out like when you and I were watching. I called one point out like, why are we looking at her feet when it has literally no footwork?
There was also one where it was I think it was Okayu and Kuroni were doing a song together. I can't remember.
Kuroni and Okayu did the rap song.
Okay,
I believe is what it's called.
And it was like Kurone's doing a groove, and then instead of being on Kurone watching her do her dance, it's on Okayu who's just.
Yep.
And it's like, who's the cameraman? What are you doing? And then there was one where it was Ayame that was zoomed in on the feet, or was it Okayu again?
It was Okayu again. She was doing Mogu Mogu Yummy, and they did a foot shot like of her feet looking at the crowd, and I'm like,
it was just
she's just standing there.
It's like why is and it hung on that for a while.
And I was like, what are you doing, bro?
And then there was ones where
there was one super zoomed in on a face at one point.
Yeah,
and it's like. Yeah, their faces.
It was.
Pretty.
I think it was either. I think it was Iris and Kiara doing a dance together, and it zoomed in really close on them to where you couldn't see their dance. And I'm like, the dance was 90% of the performance for this one. Why are we zoomed in so far, or zoomed all the way out where you can't see them?
That was another thing. A lot of people threw a fit because in the core part of the. Lolly God dance that Crony was doing. They were doing a wide shot of the crowd, so like you missed the most important dance part of the entire song.
Yeah.
For a crowd shot.
So yes, I do understand the complaints on the camera work. There were several moments where I went, huh?
But I mean,
not that big a deal in the end because it was. I'm here to listen.
But you're gonna have your complaints because there are some people that are saying, why are we doing crowd shots anyways? We're not watching this for the crowd. We're watching this for the girls doing their stuff.
Very true.
But you have the girls that are saying, I love seeing the crowd because I want to see the crowd shots to see all of my fans.
True.
So who do you cater to?
Both.
Exactly. So I think we should have crowd shots. They should be not minimal. They should be less. There should be less crowd shots. There was too many crowd shots, I will agree. But there needs to be crowd shots.
So what they have is they have all these things recorded.
Yes.
The 3D.
Sorry, we're bursting people's bubbles.
Well,
yes,
even
these are not done live.
even if they were done live, these are being recorded, as
Yeah.
in all their movements on the mocap,
during the time,
so
yes.
they can be replayed back.
Yeah, and that's what they do. The Blu-ray releases typically fix the camera work pretty significantly.
Yes, but all I'm saying is, a lot of times on Blu-ray things, you can have multiple shots on the stream.
You can.
So why not have one that it's fixed on the stage,
The stage,
and then have the other one that's their interactive
I could
camera?
see that. Yeah,
Because you could just
like a split screen or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
where you do scene 1, scene 2, you can switch back and forth between them. I get it, that's a little extra work. Granted, the one where it's a static shot of the stage is a lot less work because you're not doing all this dynamic camera work. It's just always fixed on that spot. And that also means you get to actually see their dances in their entirety.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
And now, again, we are throwing criticisms. I want to say, I enjoyed Fest greatly.
oh, yeah.
It was a great.
It was great.
It was a great weekend again. I
Just
always
starting
love
with
watching
what...
Fest.
Oh, but it's just start with the criticisms
Yeah.
and then go with...
Yeah. Again, it was wonderful.
It was.
Like even through criticism, I would still rate it a 10 out of 10.
And then there were people who were upset that Maureen got to sing so much.
That one cracked me up. She threw me off so hard that day.
I was like, okay.
And I bet you anything that wasn't her fault. I don't think she said, I want to sing this and this and this. I bet you it was they didn't plan on Maureen and Kobo's actual stage 2 day of them doing 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it turned out that they had planned that it just was miscommunication. So they did 3 on creator stage and 3 on stage 2. But I bet you anything it was Kobo and Maureen wanted to do their thing, so they did it. And then someone else, I don't remember what Maureen did. Did she have a solo on creator stage?
Yes.
So she had her solo, but I guarantee you the other one that they did, people wanted to do with Maureen, and that's why she got 3 songs on creator stage, which I'm fine with. Genuinely, I'm fine with.
So, how far in advance do they plan these? Because there is a chance that creator stage could have had people doing songs that are no longer with the company.
True. Also true.
Then they need backfill.
Yeah,
so
and
then,
that's what they did.
And then or songs that had more than one person, like Maureen might have done. She did 3 songs on creator stage.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the creator stage song where she was alone.
It was Treasure Box.
Maybe there was someone else with her. Maybe
Possibly.
it was her and Chloe, or her, just
Yeah. But
so there's chances are that maybe stuff happened.
The literal only weird one to me was Kobo Maureen doing 3 twice. I was like, how did that happen?
I didn't complain though.
No, I like the song.
I like
fine.
the song.
It's whatever. But that one was a little more mind-boggling because like we just did that one.
Maureen's one of my favorites, so she can be every stage for all I care,
Right.
and I will be happy. So what was your favorite
performance of the year?
of that whole thing?
That's a tough one. Polka's always one of my favorites because she's just my favorite. Song was questionable, even though it was funny.
I was gonna say your favorite is po 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 po.
I'm trying to think because like I always instead of just splitting it into singles favorite and then like group favorite, I always like try to pick. That's tough. Singles wise, probably Muna.
Yeah, I can understand. She did Multiverse, isn't that the one she did?
Yes.
And that song is
really
fucking awesome.
Groups wise, Callie and Louie. That I wouldn't say back and forth, but the doing one's first original song and doing the other's first original song was really good. What about yours?
It's really tough.
It is tough, isn't it?
Because for group song, I really liked Callie and Narissa doing Go Getters.
That was good.
I also just really like Callie and Narissa. I want to say that one was my favorite one for group song. And then for solos, that's a really tough one.
I was gonna say, you got 2 Marine solos to choose from if you choose Marine.
but I actually think it was Okayu doing her new song.
Okay. Did she do a solo new song by herself? I thought her song was Mogu Mogu Yummy.
Oh, was it not her? What? I thought it was on Creator Stage. I might be wrong.
Okayu's new song was this stage 3, I think. Creator Stage would have been Mogu Mogu, I think.
Okay.
If I'm remembering right.
That one was
because I want to say Mogu Mogu Yummy was done in her standard clothes, which would have been
Creator Stage.
Creator Stage. So then her idol outfit would have been stage 3.
But it's a toss up between that. See, I would have said Narissa if she chose
her city pop song.
Not even her city pop song, just one of her other songs, because I really like that one that she did, the Narissac song. But I like the other songs on the EP more.
Yeah. And
she did great, by the way. But yeah, it's between Okayu and Marine, because Treasure Box is
always a joy.
It's so good, and Marine is amazing.
What was your I don't want to say shocking moment. What was your I guess I'd say your I see you moment.
I see you. What do you mean by that?
So I guess who shocked you the most? Who came out and blew you away? Was like, okay, you're not typically what I look at these, but because there was one for me. Granted, I've watched these girls for years, so they don't shock me too terribly often. But there was one for me.
So, I will say I was shocked when I heard Shiori do actually a pretty damn good job singing, and she was singing in a pretty deep register too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one was the most shocking to me, because I've heard her sing low before, but I was still impressed.
Yeah.
The most shocking.
I'll give you mine, and you might even agree with it once I say it. It was Zeta. Zeta coming out and blowing away the dance.
Oh yeah, no, that was really good.
I didn't realize how much she had improved on her dancing, and she did really good.
Hey, Marine improved on her dancing too.
Yeah, but see, that's an improvement for me, because I remember back in the day where like you have the famous Marine sit pose when she did her stream with Coco, where she's literally sitting widespread, exhausted from doing a very horrible, great rendition of the Idol step. So she literally just could not dance. And then I want to say it was only a year or two later, she hits us with Treasure Box, and the woman has actually learned how to dance. So that was my shocking moment of change, where you go from looking like you're a Olympic speed skater to to Treasure Box dancing.
That's fair.
But no, Zeta was my big shock of the thing. I didn't realize how much she'd improved in her dancing. Everybody else, because I see a lot of people saying Roboco shocked me with her singing. I didn't know she was like that, and I'm like,
Roboco's always been really good.
Roboco has done her raspy singing voice since Fest 1, so
yeah.
This doesn't shock. She didn't shock me. She came out and just did Roboco things.
Yeah, that was normal Roboco singing.
But this is again, I'm thinking most of these people, they're new to the community, so that this is their first fest.
Yeah, that's
so.
Fair.
They don't interact with a lot of these people. So that's why when I say... there was only one shocking moment for me. That was Zeta coming out and blowing away the dance. I was like, okay, you have definitely improved. Botan, of course, is improving her singing over the years, but again, I've been with Botan for years, so I've seen her improve her singing over the years. It didn't shock me in the slightest. Marine's dancing, really good. Did not shock me in the slightest.
That was more of a joke.
Yeah. Her first now if you look at her dancing now to when she first started, 100% shocked me. I guess Kobo did shock me. Kobo did a very light song. I did not expect Kobo to come out and do a very light song.
Gura coming out and singing a lullaby song at 6 in the morning, and I'm like,
I'm
trying to stay awake.
I'm gonna catch heat for this. The Dongo song is very easy. It is a very easy song, but what it does is elicit emotion because of what it's from Clannad. I have not watched Clannad, so it doesn't elicit emotion for me. So all that was for me was Gura swinging well below her vocal aptitude.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It elicited emotion from literally everybody else that picked up on it, and I understand it was a perfect song for her to sing in this fest because she lost her Ocean Aqua. She lost one of her best friends in JP with Shion soon, and she lost Fauna, one of her best friends and Ame. She lost both.
She lost Ame too.
She's lost a lot of people. So yes, that song was very much the right song for her to sing.
Mm-hmm.
But I never watched Clannad, so it was not a song that registered for me. So all it was for me was just Yura swinging below her singing aptitude, which is fine. It was the song she should have chose this year, honestly.
I mean, the entire time I was listening, I was like, I'm trying to stay awake.
The song is very soft.
Very soft. And
it was,
she said Dongo, so I'm thinking of
point,
Monster Hunter Rise.
Right. At that point, it was probably like 6 a.m. for us.
Yeah. So we were trying our hardest.
I was on my second monster at that point to put my health into check.
It was like when there was... So like when Toa comes on and she starts singing like these like...
I think she did Fact.
Yeah. Like these really badass, heavy songs.
What we expect from her.
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, okay, I could stay awake to this. And then...
And this would have been Gura's third performance at Fest. So her first one was, of course, her original, her OG, which would have been Reflect.
Yep.
Her second one, it was a pretty fast-paced pop song, but I don't remember what it was. It wasn't an original.
I don't remember.
But it was a fast-paced pop song. And then this one, she hits us with Dongo. And I'm like, that was slow. That was slow. But, yeah, again.
That one surprised me because I wasn't expecting a slow, soft song.
I'm going to draw hate and ire from that for saying, what I said. It was a good song. It is a good song.
It was good.
Again, it is an easy to sing song, and Gura is one of the better singers in Hollow.
Yeah.
So you typically during this, you're kind of expecting them to bring their A game.
Yes.
To bring the heat.
At Fest, that is what I am thinking of, is them doing really either not necessarily challenging songs.
No, you don't have to do a challenging song.
Do a song that's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Just shows off what you can do.
Yeah.
Essentially. It doesn't have to be hard. But
we're just not getting it, Casey. I'm sorry.
She did good, though.
She did good. I'm not saying she did bad. She
Right.
did really good. And I'm saying I understand the song choice. I do, because,
Yeah, well, that happened. Yeah, it makes sense.
But I don't know. I was just expecting something different.
You say. Ollie did amazing.
Ollie always is amazing, though. I love Ollie.
I don't remember what song it was, but...
It was... Was it a Trash Isekai opening? I think it was a Trash Isekai opening, if I'm remembering right.
Well, good thing I have the...
You have the set list?
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive it was a Trash Isekai rock song.
Children record. So probably.
Yeah. I can't remember the Isekai.
Me neither.
But, yeah, she came out and did a rock song. That's what Ollie does. Ollie is built for rock songs. And I will say, still to this date, her and Hachima's law-abiding citizens, criminals, law-abiding, whichever one, from Fourth Fest was still, was it Fourth? Yes, Hachima was in that Fifth. So Fourth Fest, that's still to this date my favorite performance in Fest.
Hachima was at Fifth, wasn't she?
She snuck in with Idol. Yeah, she snuck in with Idol. She was not supposed to be, and then she snuck in.
As the strongest
Idol does. But to date, Hachima Ollie's Fourth Fest song is my favorite Fest song to be performed.
Muna, Ollie, and Kyla's
That was another really
Actually,
good
one. I will change my...
Your group song to that?
Yeah, because that one was really good. Not only is the anime it's from really good, that song is just really good in general, and they did a really good job with it.
They did really good. All right, we've tormented Wayne long enough. Do we have anything you want to talk about, Wayne?
Wayne, what was your favorite performance?
The ending, I guess.
The ending. When it ended. His favorite performance was Gemma playing the Conga Lala. And now that we've brought it back full circle again, this has been H-Bomb Podcast, where we talk about things and stuff.
Yeah, we do occasionally talk about things and stuff.
Yes.
I think after all the Conga La talk, this will be our last episode.
Chris has been banished because of the fart monkey.
Yeah, you're kicked off. We're still going to meet at your house to do it.
Chris, we need to borrow your house so we can do the podcast. You were not invited to do the podcast.
You have to leave.
You have to leave.
Leave your phone so we can record.
Go enjoy your fart monkey elsewhere.
Chris has to sit in the same chair he sits in, but just right outside the door.
We're gonna make him
Are
sit
we
in a
gonna?
cup chair.
I was about to say, are we gonna get me the cut chair to sit in?
He has to sit outside and watch as we record our podcast.
No. Click holding on another level.
Oh no!
What an outro.
Right?
Smile and wave, boys.